Cruz's transition was seamless, moving from Omar's constitutional ignorance to questions about her conduct as an elected official. But before Omar could respond, Cruz shifted to what appeared to be a completely different topic. "Ma'am, I'd like to start with your personal immigration story, since it's so central to your public identity. You came to this country as a refugee from Somalia in 1995, is that correct?" Omar's posture straightened slightly. This was familiar territory where she felt confident. "Yes, my family and I arrived as refugees when I was about 13 years old. And you're grateful for the opportunities America provided your family?" "Absolutely. This country gave us chances we never could have imagined." Cruz nodded with apparent warmth. "I'm sure that's true. America's generosity to refugees is one of our great traditions." The setup was complete. Now came the constitutional framework. "Now, ma'am, let's talk about how you've honored that generous welcome, particularly regarding your compliance with federal marriage and immigration laws." Cruz opened his folder and pulled out a timeline that looked like a federal prosecutor's evidence chart. "According to public records in 2002, you entered into what you've described as a religious marriage with Ahmed Hirsi. Is that accurate?" "Yes, we had an Islamic ceremony, but it wasn't legally recognized by the state of Minnesota." "I understand. An Islamic religious ceremony, but no legal marriage license filed with state authorities." "That's correct." Cruz made a note as if filing away an important legal detail. "And you had 2 children with Mr. Hersey during this period?" "Yes, we have 2 children together." "Then, in 2008, you separated from Mr. Hersey?" "Yes, our relationship ended at that time." "And this separation was like your marriage, a religious matter, rather than a legal divorce, since you weren't legally married to begin with?" "That's correct." Cruz's methodical approach was building a foundation of established facts that would become crucial when he began exploring the contradictions. Each confirmation seemed innocuous, but would later become evidence of a pattern that defied logical explanation. "Now, in 2009, you entered into a legal marriage with Ahmed Nur Saeed Elmi. Is that accurate?" Omar's hesitation was barely perceptible, but Cruz's trained eye caught it. "Yes, I married Ahmed Elmi in 2009. "And this was a legal marriage with a marriage license filed with the appropriate authorities in Minnesota?" "Yes." "Could you tell the committee how you met Mr. Elmi?" The question seemed simple enough, but Omar's pause suggested it was anything but. "We met through mutual friends in the Somali community." "I see. And where was Mr. Elmi living at the time you met him?" "I believe he was in the United States on a student visa." Cruz made another note, his expression suggesting he found this information interesting rather than problematic. "A student visa? And did you and Mr. Elmi attend the same university?" "We both attended North Dakota State University." "Yes." "At the same time?" "Our enrollment periods overlapped, yes." Cruz's next question carried the weight of someone who already knew the answer but wanted it on the record. "Ma'am, during your marriage to Mr. Elmi, did you and he live together as husband and wife?" Omar's pause stretched longer this time, and when she answered, her voice carried a defensive edge. "Our living arrangements were complicated." "Could you elaborate on what you mean by complicated?" "We maintained separate residences for professional reasons." Cruz raised an eyebrow with the expression of someone genuinely puzzled by an unusual arrangement. "Separate residences? That's interesting. And did these separate residences happen to include Mr. Hersey?" The question landed like a constitutional amendment hitting an unconstitutional law. Omar's jaw tightened visibly as she realized Cruz had somehow obtained information about her living arrangements that she had hoped would remain private. Senator, my personal living arrangements during that period were private matters.